I don't know if anybody ever see this. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. I don't know if anybody's going to join either. That's all right. This ain't my main channel. But it's possible some of the folks from over my will be familiar with enough with my other channels to come on over. Maybe not. We'll find out. But that's all right. I'm going to try to go through and kind of develop a second channel so that, if something happens with this last one, this first one, anything happens with it, I'll be at least able to anybody may be able to find me. Hoping so anyhow. Oh, cool. Well, I guess that's me, isn't it? I put, my YouTube on this channel so that on the live stream, I'm working from StreamYard. But I went ahead and put up the other one so that if anybody was to go through and I could pin that comment. Whoever it is that just joined, I don't know who it is, but y'all feel free to hit. If you want to come up on panel, just come talk with me. Feel free to click on that link up there at the top of the chat. And I just thought I'd talk a little bit about cooking. I reckon since this is Belt Loop 29 can cook. See, I have a tendency to be a little bit on the obsessive compulsive side. And every now and then I'll find something that I enjoy doing, and I'll focus on that and almost that entirely and exclusively until the point where I feel like I can't take it any further. Or maybe it's just until I'm tired of it. I don't know. And then I'll go through and I'll move on to something else. Now, it may be a little while before I find whatever else I am. What's up, Chicken Beak Mountain? I can't see you. I thought you said you was waving there for a second. I'm glad to have you. You are my very first guest on the Belt Loop 29 Can Cook live stream. And this is my first live stream. So I'm glad to have you here. Well, I just thought I'd talk a little bit, I guess about cooking. I enjoy cooking. It's something that the funny thing is when you cook all the time, or when I cook all the time, I don't typically feel much like eating. And don't be texting while you're driving, Chicken Beak Mountain, please. You don't need to get in no wreck. The listening's fine, but I don't recommend texting. You can kind of lose track of everything when you start texting. And people tend to drift, and also people have a tendency to, they can run out in traffic or hit somebody, or so. Please be safe. I don't want anybody to gain or to have any harm come to them. When I started cooking, I started watching this fella named Alton Brown. Now, one thing I love about Alton Brown is he will go through and explain to you why you're doing what you're doing. And, on his program, Good Eats, he has a couple of different programs, but the one I watched all the time was his Good Eats program. And he would go through and he would explain to you, what to do, why you're doing it, in order to, and I think if you understand why you're doing what you're doing, it will, I believe it allows you to focus on making sure you do a better job of that particular step. So I wish they'd bring it back up. Maybe maybe they'll have it in syndication or something. I don't know. I need to go back and look. I hadn't watched regular TV in a while. And it's pouring down rain right now. I mean, it's coming down pretty good. But still, I wanted to come on and just have my first, live stream. I don't think it'll go as long as, a lot of my live streams. But I do want to go on for a little bit, at least get something on the board. I really hadn't uploaded much on this channel. Use it a little bit. What's up, Cottonwood Ranch? Good to see you. It's Raquel, isn't it? I believe that's right. I could be wrong. It wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last time. But we just talking about cooking a little bit. By the way, you're welcome to come up if you want. I've got I've got a link up there at the top, and I'm gonna try to keep I'm gonna try to keep an open door policy on this one as well. There are one or two folks that I found I won't be letting up on my other channel for one reason or another. Usually it's because they tend to be a little disruptive. And don't get me wrong, I think everybody got a right to be heard. But sometimes, some folks, if they're going to be disruptive over here, well, I don't want them disturbing all the other good folks up in here. Some of the things I've cooked, I realize that's kind of a weird thing because most folks, when they cook a lot of stuff. But the thing is, I don't do a lot of cooking. I do some, especially when I get a hankering for something like that chicken spaghetti. Well, I agree. Well, I don't even know that. I don't know I'd be that as harsh in my language. And there's a different. I guess everybody got their own interpretation, what have you. I just, I try to be respectful of everybody, and everybody got, but I can see your point. There are some people out there whose beliefs and thoughts are so contrary to mine that I just have trouble dealing. And if even then, if they can be respectful or and not antagonistic, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You seem like a nice person to me. I just think that, well, even me, if you catch me at just the right time, you find me saying something, I try to keep it nice and on all my channels where if my mama wanted to watch it, she could, and be respectful of her as well, and other folks. So now you catch me and my buddies just sitting around talking sometimes, and well, I can be, I guess kind of a horse's rear end myself. I just, try to be, I try to maintain positivity. Try to. But sometimes some of my friends make it difficult. But it's just, I guess it's kind of like dealing with devil dog. Most of the time, I'd never tell anybody shut up. I told him several times shut up because, well, he's a friend and he's good people. But he does have a tendency to push my buttons. And anyhow, in fact, I'm planning on doing I guess a show with him, called Good Cop, Bad Dog. Good Cop, Bad Dog. Seems like it'd be a really neat title for a thing. And, him being a former Marine Corps feller and me being, a police officer, it just seems like, well, it just seems to work. Plus, he's like a little brother, He's likable, but he tends to poke. And anyhow, it's easy to share this live out on the other channel to get traffic. That's not a bad idea. I guess I could. Let's see here. All right, I'll do that. Although, well, I don't know. Give me a minute to think on that. Well, the only thing I'm thinking right now, Cottonwood, Raquel, if I go through and I share this one out on my other channel, on my community page, that'll drop down my other, share. Um, that's right. That's right. Only about 28 people, have are subscribed to me, and that's okay. Fact is, my other ones, I think it's around 1238 or something like that, 1237. But right now, I'm just having a little bit of fun, kind of waiting for Devil Dog to wake up. Oh, I've got to share right now on my community tab. I guess I could do that as part of my. In fact, let me do that. Let me get it ready so that folks can see it. On my community tab, go through and put a list of folks every day. I go through this every day, or I try to do it every day. I don't think I've missed a day. I may have missed a day. And on my, this is, let me go through and share my screen so you can see it. Let's see. All right. This is on my Belt Loop 29. I'm at 1.24 thousand subscribers. I have a community tab here. And what I do is every day I try to update this and put a brand new, it says 11 hours, and I guess that was from last night. But I put a list of folks that I have that, that I know. These right here are all over 1,000 subscribers, all over 1,000 connections, hook sets, whatever you want to call it. And every one of them need more watch hours. These right here. That's 9 Acre Family Farms, Dave Collier Camping, Indiana Backyard Gardening, The Wrights Trapping, Stock Explorer, Kitchen Garden Therapy, The Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla, Southern Sewn and Grown, and Everyday Life of an OCDist Chick. And if you continue scrolling, this is a list of opportunities, if you will, or they're awesome channels that hadn't broken the 1,000 yet. Now, once they break the 1,000, if they still need watch hours, we move them up here. But we got Lazy Days with Jesse and Lisa, Drunken Chef Barbecue, Great Farmer Freelance, Skinner Farms, Devil Dog, Sheena's Ketovore, Life with Mountain Folk, Runneth Over Garden and Life, Farmhouse, Squirrels, Magnet Fishing and Outdoors, Corn Fed Life, Cottonwood Ranch, that's you, Godwin Honey, Carla Vision, the BC Family Dispatcher, Little Ridge Farm, Whispers from the Dark, D&T in Tennessee, and Kicking It Country. So every day, now you see how they're all blue? That means it's a link. You can actually go to that link. Let's say I wanted, so I could click on that and that'd take me right to it, to their channel. Now, if I was to go through and just copy and paste this, they would not, the links would not be linkable. It wouldn't, I don't know why it does that, but I noticed when I tried to copy and paste it and just change it a little bit, the new ones that I added were links, but the old ones did not have a link to them. And so what happened was that, let's see, let me stop sharing. So what happened was I had to go through and redo each one. And so, let's see. Oh yeah, and I do them sometimes. I just know that when I do them, I mean, I'm gonna have to redo them the next day anyhow to keep them fresh. Oh, it's my pleasure. Exactly, and I feel like as a community, that's what we need to do: support one another. And I know it's just a little thing, and I think it helps. Every now and then I get somebody sending me a message saying, I connected with all of them, or I connected with the ones I didn't have, or sometimes you get somebody says all great channels, or something like that. Anyhow, I'm just trying to do what I can to help, I guess. Anyhow, I guess I should also do something else I learned, that I guess I could show y'all how to do it. Let's see here. I'm gonna go through and let me see if that's. I don't want to come up. Well, maybe I can't do it. Maybe I need to wait till I'm on the right page. Or maybe I need to go through it from this other. Let's see, YouTube Studio. Maybe if I do it that way. Yeah, that worked. All right. It ain't like I spend a lot of time on YouTube on this channel, but I'm working on it, and I don't have enough to put a community tab on that, so I can't really share on it. But I can do. I can show y'all something if you're interested. Sometimes when those bots come in there, they say, well, all that stuff you don't want to see. Devil Dog showed me, or somebody told me about it, and Devil Dog showed me how to do it. You can go through and set your live stream up to where it's only folks that are subscribers can comment. So that eliminates some of the bots or the let's see. I bought the $25 one. I don't know. I know that some folks got a link for for a $10 one. I don't have that information, else I probably would have used it. But, I wanted to be able to bring folks up on the channel, and not be limited in how many hours. So I went ahead and went with the $25. And there's a more expensive one, and I'm not real sure, what that includes. I think you may be able to stream to multiple services at the same time, I think. And I've been thinking about that one, so I can stream to all 4 of my channels. Although that may drag, some of the folks away from my main channel. But here, that's a month. That is a monthly thing. You can get it for $20 a month if you pay for it a year in advance. And, to be honest with you, I was going to do that, but, I'd been having quite a bit of cash going out, and not as much coming in. So my account was a little bit low, and I didn't feel like spending all that at one time. So I just went with the monthly thing for now. I'll probably go through at some point, and I'll probably go through and just, pay the 1 year up front and get it cheaper. So, it ain't much. It's $5 a month. $5 a month ain't too bad. So anyhow, I'm, let's see here. I'm also, while I'm here, I'm going through and playing some videos on the TV so that people can get, their watch hours, trying to help that way too. Sometimes I go through and just let it run. And sometimes I sit down and watch it. That's always nice. But, I was going to show y'all how to set a live stream to subscriber only. It really ain't difficult, but I'll show y'all how to do it. Y'all probably already know how to do it, but there may be somebody come in or watch this at some point to, that wants to know how to do it. So I want to do it. Let's see here. In order to, obviously here is my, I guess I should just put that right now, right there. But I'm going to change over to the other one and let y'all see. how now this is my YouTube studio. You go to content, and you go over here to live, because that's where your live streams are. And since this is my only live, my first live, I'm going to click on details. Now that's going to bring this page up here. And I'm going to click on customization. And I see stream settings have moved. Now you can turn on chat with more. All right, I'm going to close that. Now see this spot right here? It says participants mode. Who can send messages? Well, right now it's set to anyone. I'm going to put it on subscribers. And it's got a 5 minutes. If you click on that, it's 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Since this is, brand new and what have you, I don't expect we'll have much in the way of problems. So I can always come back. But if you put it on subscribers and put it on 5 minutes, then you just go right over here to the save. And during that period, you'd have to do it every time. It would save it at that point. But since I'm, only have a few folks that are possibility of being in here, then there's not much point in it. So I'm just going to click off on that. And, I ain't sharing. Let me do it again. All right. Share page, share screen. I'll just entire screen. Allow. All right. Let me go up here. Here we go. Participant modes. Anyone or subscribers. So you click on the subscribers and it brings up this menu. And you put it on what you want. For example, if you just wanted to be subscribed for a minute, put it on 1 minute. Then go up here and click save. And if you look at the thing now, it should say that it should say on there that it's switched over subscriber only mode, so that if somebody wanted to chat, they have to be they have to be subscribed for at least 1 minute. I figure 1 minute's pretty inconvenient for anybody that ain't. But let's see. Some of my favorite things I ever cooked, I guess I'll talk about. I used to, for a couple of years, I guess, 2 or 3 years, I made some fruit cake. I'd go to the store and buy the ingredients, and some of them I had to go up into Jackson to get because you couldn't find them around here, like the currants, I think. Now I don't know where you'd find those because the place I used to buy them is closed down. It was that place up in Fondren. Anyhow, I did that a few times. Now that was called free range fruit cake, and you can search the Google, or you can search the Google, or you can search YouTube. I think you may be able to find that on maybe I'll do a video on that again. It'll have to be closer to Christmas. I mean, it's pretty complex. There's like 25 ingredients, and it does take some liquor too for that. But it's good stuff. Ain't no question about that. One of my favorite things I ever fixed, there was a, I think anybody that's seen much of my videos know I love cheesesteaks. And I went through and had a Philly cheesesteak that I made that was with ciabatta bread. And I got the idea from, I thought it was Emerald Lagasse, but it could have been somebody else. It could have been, no, I'm pretty sure it was him. Although it could have been, Alton Brown. Doesn't matter. I can't find it again. It just takes 3 ingredients: salt, pepper, and something else. And I can't remember what the something else was. But, man, that was good. And that ciabatta bread, that was really delicious. Trouble is, I hadn't been able to fix it again. If I ever find that recipe again, I will be doing it again. Um, I did fix some steak au poivre at one point, which is basically peppercorn steak, and it was really good. I think I got the recipe from that from Alton Brown. And I basically went and got what's called a pismo, which is a tenderloin, a beef tenderloin with side meat attached. And you use the side meat for making Philly cheesesteaks, and you use the round part or the to make medallions or filet mignon out of, and then you take some peppercorns and break them up. It'd be better if you had a mortar and pestle. Pestle. I don't know how you say it. Anyhow, and you crack them not real fine, just a slight crack into them, and then you sit there and press that steak down into it, and then turn over and press it on it. If I remember correctly, you put a little bit of olive oil and some butter in the bottom, and I think it's either 2 minutes or 4 minutes on either side. Then take them off and deglaze the pan with a little cognac, and when that fires up and that all that becomes like a gas, you can light that, and it goes poof. I mean, it's just really cool. And Tammy thought I was trying to burn down her herbs she had drying hanging overhead. Anyhow, it was delicious. And then you make a sauce. Add a little bit more of the cognac and some heavy whipping cream, I think it is, and reduce it down for a sauce that you put on there. Plus, it helps deglaze, the peppercorns off the bottom of the pan. But it's really good, and I'll more than I'll have to check that out again. And I got that, I'm pretty sure, from Alton Brown. But anyhow, let's see here. While I'm at it, I can go through and I will let me edit this to include chicken Beak Mountain, and of course I'm going to do you too, Rick. I'll put you on here, and let me spell them right. Make sure I'm getting it spelled right. There we go. And that way I'll know who the first two, posts on here was. And anyhow, I just wanted to put something up here so that it'll show me adding. When an account is active, it has a tendency to draw more attention. And I can hear Otis back here hollering. So I expect I'll shut it down for a little bit, and I'll come back to it though. I just thought it'd be easier to do it this way. At some point I'm gonna holler at Devil Dog, see if I can't get him up and about, and then maybe go through and I'm gonna be spending a lot of time, I think, on Devil Dog's channel for a while. He's helped me so much with my channel, and I want to help him with his too. Return the favor, so to speak. Anyhow, thank you, Raquel, for coming in, and Cottonwood Ranch, and thank you as well, Chicken Beak Mountain. It is appreciated, and maybe somebody else will get a chance to watch this. I don't know. And hey, any cooking questions about what I've cooked, or Tammy seems to feel like I'm a pretty good cook. I feel like I am too. In fact, the stuff I cook, well, I tend to spend too much money on it. But he's at about 700. He's at about 700, 700 and something, I think, subscribers. I'd have to take a look. I can look though. Let's see here, just to see where he's at. Let's see. All right. And let me put on, here is his. He is currently at 701 subscribers. Otis, I'm going to be there in a minute. Anyhow, he's at 701 subscribers, and so we need to get him over 1,000. And we need to get him over that 4,000 mark as well with the hours watched. So I expect it'll be, a few months we working on that. And then we may switch over to where we do, one on mine, one on his, one on mine, one on his. He's good people. You can tell he's got a good heart. He's always helping folks. I think he gets well, the fact is he's neglected his own channel to help me. So, I'm very appreciative of that. But I'm gonna end it so that we can go through. I can go through and take care of a few other things. But thank you for coming by, and I will be doing some more stuff on this channel. I guess this is going to be my backup channel. I may work some more on the other stuff too. I don't know. Anyhow, y'all have a good evening. Thank you for coming in. In 3, 2, 1.